Hi, I'm Josh Croup. Welcome to the Pioneer Spotlight, where each week we feature a Point Park Pioneer team, athlete, or coach. It's the holiday season officially now, and it's also basketball season. We're 4 games in for the men's basketball team, and we want to kind of get caught up on where this team is, where they're going to go as the season progresses. And for that, we bring in Gavin Rajahpillay, second-year guard for the team. Gavin, thanks for coming down.
Appreciate you, man. Always.
1-3 so far in the season. Not the ideal start on a bit of a losing stretch. What's gone wrong in these first few games?
I wouldn't say going wrong. I think right now we're just trying to get acclimated to each other. Tough schedule at first. We just played a Division II school who's pretty good. I mean, they were bigger than us. They're stronger than us. But I think as a team-wise, maybe not better than us. I think individually we have to figure out a couple of things. But right now we're just on a tough stretch. And the coaches switching some things around. So that's partially the reasons why we're losing. But I think right now we're finding our way,
And it's still early, like you said, and nobody needs to panic at this point, obviously. But you have a lot of new guys. How have they been getting acclimated to your system?
Good. I mean, a lot of our new guys fit very well. Last year we didn't have too many big guys. Foose was kind of our lonesome. He had a lot of the nights he was battling for us. Now we have Barlow and a new guy coming in who's Cortez will be playing second semester. With those guys, man, it's a load off, and then we have a lot of good shooters and scorers that came also. Daniel King, Michael Cooper, those guys make our jobs much easier to score the ball.
Your job this year, is it going to be any different than last year, or are you expecting still 40 minutes and looking at 30, 40 a game?
Well, recently it's been up and down. First couple of games, I still stayed in the same mode as last year, trying to score the ball second half because we lost a couple of our scores, as you know. So I've been staying in that route, but as of now, I will not be playing the point guard position because of the way our system is. So he's going to move me to the 2 and try to score the ball from that angle. So just staying hopeful.
And scoring for this team, in the first half, we've seen you get down a little bit and then come back and really fix things and adjust in the second half. How do you look to go forward the rest of the season and maybe make those corrections right away instead of having to play from behind in the second half?
I think it's just being a mature team, like knowing when you're coming into the game that right away. You can't just wait until second half or 10 minutes or 5 minutes into the game. It's being a mature team and knowing that we got to go from the jump, like right away we have to do the small things, rebound, talk, be efficient on the offensive end, those little things like that.
A brand new home facility this year, different than the home facility of last year, CCAC South. You had a chance to practice there, but not play there yet. How have you seen the gym? What are your thoughts on the new facility there at CCAC Allegheny?
Well, it's nice. I mean, it's big. I mean, last year it was a smaller gym, it was a quiet atmosphere some nights, but apparently we'll have a bigger crowd, people are saying, and that excites me, because basketball is a unique sport. People in the crowd are right there on the court with you, it feels like. So all the support we get might help us a lot,
First home game, November 22nd against Washington Adventist. What do you want to see from your home crowd? What do you want to see from your team in that first home game?
Home crowd, just to be supportive, because we need that. We need that big time. And then from our team, it's just to learn from the first time we played them, small things that we did wrong, we could fix, and just come out from the gate because they got a good lead against us. But we cut it down to 10, 12 points, just showing that we can play with teams like such. Last year they were ranked. This year I'm sure they'll be up there. So we just got to have that type of mentality of coming out right away.
And it is a tough conference, a tough schedule, like you said. Where do you see your team falling at the end of the year?
Champions. That's my mindset. I'm a winner. Father's a winner. I want to be a winner, and that's the same atmosphere I want to bring to this team. And I think with the guys we have, we can win,
And it's really the only mindset you can go into a season. How is this team different than last year's chemistry-wise?
Chemistry is great. I mean, last year's team-wise, our chemistry was good also, but just off the court. On the court, we just didn't have, not differences, but just couldn't fit. This year we have a lot of guys who can fit. Coach is doing a good job of putting us in the right roles. Even 3 games into the season, we're switching things up, but he's still doing a good job with those things. Chemistry, I mean, we talk, we laugh, so just it makes basketball so much simpler when you're out there playing.
And there were games last year where you'd have maybe 6 guys play the entire game. This year, you're going to have a little more depth on the bench with those guys, hopefully, throughout the season. Is that going to help you at all, maybe to get a break and a breather throughout the game, hopefully?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, but then we have guys who can play also. Guys who come off the bench. Like we have a freshman point guard named Mark Shahadi, and he's pretty good. He'll make our job very simple for us. He's pretty good off pick and rolls, and then just having depth at every position, not only break-wise, but in practice makes it competitive. That makes everybody work 10 times harder. So we're constantly competing, and that competitive attitude will transfer to game attitude,
And rebounds have been a problem so far earlier. And you're looking at Aaron Barlow and Fusini Kanate really as your only two big guys down low. It's going to be a team effort to rebound this year, right?
Yeah, team effort, obviously. But those two guys, Foose, you can't teach what he has. He has a type of motor that you cannot teach for a guy like him. He's a constant go guy. Even in his practice after a game, that he played probably 35, 40 minutes, but then next day in practice he'll come back and do the same exact things. Aaron Barlow, he's just cleanup guy. He's always where the ball is. I mean, last game I think he had, or a couple games ago, he had 14 and 14. That just shows you what he can do.
And you said your team goals for the year champions. What are your personal goals for the season?
Personal goals, it's my last year, so I've luckily, thanks to God, glory to God, that I've had a couple good accolades in my past schools, but I've never had a true championship ring. So for me, my personal goal is just to have that, and God willing, it will happen.
We'll see if we get there. Follow Point Park basketball at pointparksports.com all season for the latest. Social media at Point Park Sports. This is an exciting team. We're really excited to see them chase that championship ring. You'll get to see them at home next Wednesday, 5:30 tip-off against Washington and Venice. And if you're on break and you can't make it there, be sure, again, to stay tuned to the schedule. Get on a fan van or just walk over to the north side to see this team play this season. Gavin Rajahpillay, thanks a lot for coming down.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you.